hope you're having a great, safe, wonderful day. It's your boy Dom here, everybody. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so a lot of you are wondering, how can I grow my YouTube channel? What's the best way to take this? Where should I start my YouTube journey? Should I partner with the network instantly? Should I go out and make tons of friends and collaborate with them? Or should I just do this all on my own? And the answer is a bit tricky because not everything will work for everyone, and I've had kind of a rejuvenation when it came to my YouTube career. And it went from a 5-year-long journey of almost accomplishing nothing, but getting my first paycheck that meant so much in the end, and when I could spend it, and it felt like, you know, it was rightfully earned. Like, all this time I spent making over 1,000 videos and only having over 500 subscribers to get my first YouTube paycheck. And of course, you need to get at least $60 if you want your normal YouTube paycheck without a network. And at the time, through Lostcast, I was not with a YouTube network. That's a bit of a side story, but let's get right into here. So, there's different ways you can approach this whole YouTube game. But there's some things that you might want to look at, alright? So, subscribers don't mean everything. As you can see, I got a ton of subscribers. I do a lot of advertising through my network, through a lot of my friends. I say, hey, subscribe. What matters the most is actually when you go into the video manager and when you're going to see the people watching your video. Excuse my phone over there. I'm getting Snapchats. Anyway, you can see I'm getting like okay amounts of views, but there's always like one video that hits the pinnacle, and that's what is relevant at the moment. And I don't want to say, oh, go and only do stuff that is relevant, do stuff that the bigger people are doing so that it trickles down onto you, because that's really how it works. If you see PewDiePie do his new video on, I believe, the guys who made the game Journey, and they made a second kind of a sequel to it. If you do that, you're probably going to get some of the views because people are going to be searching for more content just like that. But given they might not stick around. For instance, I got a bunch of views off this Kakashi Hatake face reveal from Naruto Shippuden. However, the amount of people sticking around for that probably isn't as much. You know, you probably are going to have casual subscribers. You're going to have people that they're just going to casually view your content. They're not going to be as loyal as you want them to be. But you get that certain amount of people who they get hooked onto a series you're doing. And for me, it's my TW series. If you're not a fan of wrestling, it wouldn't make sense to you. But it's basically a fantasy booking series. And I also collaborate with a friend of mine. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he would make my playlist for me. And this is where playlist for playlist comes into play, everybody. And playlist for playlist is probably one of the more easier ways to get your videos seen, one of the more fluent ways to expand your channel naturally without doing the whole sub for sub thing. And with playlist for playlist, it's basically you share someone's playlist. Now, I don't have many people's playlist on this channel, but on my Lostcast one, people would share some of my videos and make a playlist out of it, because I wasn't big on making playlists at the time. That was my mistake, honestly, is that I felt like I didn't need a playlist, but I had thousands of videos, and my catalog of videos got so big. And that's why I think you have to start off, you know, as soon as you make your channel, start making playlists. That's my best advice, because you don't want to get lost in the shuffle. You want to get lost in the mix of what you're doing. And as you can see, I got a good little layout of stuff I'm doing. Rather, I'm reacting to stuff. It's my big series I'm doing on the channel right now. All my streams are put together so people can see that, you know, my streams aren't edited videos. They're not going to be videos that are going to be perfect. Stuff is probably going to go wrong because it's live commentary, stuff like that. My Minecraft series I'm working on, even though I'm kind of changed that up. My ROTK. Just me talking to everybody, kind of like what I'm doing right now. This is where this video will probably go. It might actually go under a new playlist, which I might make for helping people out on YouTube. Anyways, everybody, let's get into some analytics of YouTube. As you can see by my extensions, I have something called Heartbeat. And Heartbeat really helps you out. And I'm going to recommend this to everybody. Of course, it is offered through my network that I'm partnered with, Freedom. Freedom is basically a network that helps out a lot of smaller YouTubers. In the end, it may help you to grow crazy, alright? But the network game might not be for everyone, because some people see the network and they're like, I'm not getting my full 100%. When they say you get your 100%, they mean that through PayPal. They're not going to take away any dollars to that transaction. What is happening here is, say I have $1, so I've got 87 cents right now. That's what it says, at least. Say I have $1. I'm going to get 60% of that, and they're going to get 40%. Sure, you can strike a deal with them to get a little bit more, or you can even refer a friend, and I believe you get 15 percent extra, so you'd get your 75%, and they would just take that rest of the cut. But it's not for everyone. I can understand that. For me, it wasn't like that originally. For me, it was originally about, I wanted to do this, and I would just go through AdSense. AdSense is a little bit more trickier. To get into AdSense a little bit, because I wasn't the guy behind the scenes doing AdSense, because I wasn't 18, and it was a partner channel with my friend James, and he had to do everything through his bank account, and he had to do Social Security, and he was in the UK. It's a lot more tricky. Partnering with a network is much more easier, in my opinion, because it just goes through PayPal. And as long as you have a PayPal account, you're set in stone. You don't need to put in Social Security number, stuff like that. You don't need to put in anything. You just got to make sure your account's secure, basically, in my opinion. So let's get into a big thing on YouTube that people are talking about. It's the view count. All right, I don't post as many long videos as I used to, because I'm now editing a lot of my stuff. And with that, it gets into that debate of, do you want to have longer videos, but they might not be as edited as nicely, or do you want to have these long videos like I'm doing right now? That what I'm trying to say is, there's two ways to approach everything. There might be even more than two ways. And as you can see, views, you can go for these long videos that people might only watch 2 minutes of, or you can watch a really nicely edited 4-minute video. But still, people might not watch the entire thing, but people might get through more minutes in the longer video. And it's just how you want to approach that situation when it comes up. I think when you're first starting out the YouTube channel, the YouTube game is, you want to get subscribers first. You want to get people who can get hooked on your content. I don't really recommend the clickbaity way, but it is a way to do it. So it's just your approach to things, and how you approach it is how people will react, and that's how you'll attract your audience. So you want to make sure you have a good audience that's not going to be toxic. And let's just look at some of my comments. Of course, with my channel, I have a filter, a blacklist of words, because I like to keep things positive. Sure, I'll break the fourth wall and I'll cuss a little bit, but I'm not going to go hardcore on it. And as you see, I, for the most part, want to have just this, as you can see, this is where people are commenting under the shout out Saturday. I want to have people who are just like, awesome, great, can cop to work, just random stuff like that. That's, funny, and then spam stuff, of course. Just to prove that real quick. And I usually have my videos on held for review, because I don't want all the nasty stuff getting filtered in. I don't know why that's accepting. There we go. Random messages, stuff like that. And here you can see all your subscribers, give them a big shout out. But the big thing is channel analytics. And channel analytics will tell you a lot. Through Heartbeat and through my network, because I'm partnered with Freedom, they can tell you what day it is that it's best for you to upload on. They say for me it's a Saturday, but I kind of upload like every day, and I could see the big hits in views on a Saturday, because someone will just sit down and watch a bunch of YouTube videos and relax, because they're not really working that day. They might work 5 days, and then 5 days in a row, and then take that Saturday as something that they want to relax on. So let's just look at some number crunching stuff. So of course you're gonna have people that aren't gonna like you, and I think for the most part there is a glitch in YouTube server, because I just got a sporadic 10 dislikes over like 4 videos, and that's, I don't know, unless I was being trolled or something. It doesn't typically happen, because I don't really produce so much content that's really dislikable, in my opinion, when it comes to clickbaity or just being out there and saying stuff that might tick people off. So this will tell you people who are watching your video, whether they're male, female, where they come from, where the traffic is coming through, the browse features, YouTube channels that are recommended to you, also playback locations, stuff like that. I also tell you your big videos that are watch time. This right here is just my live stream. So whenever I go to live stream, it tells me, you know, how many minutes people watched of my live streams in total, I believe. So as for all this right here, you can see the amount of videos and playlists going up like that. The amount of shares is going up in terms of plays for playlist. And this is a big thing when we look at average viewer duration. As you upload, you want to hopefully increase that viewer duration. Of course, there's going to be days where it's just going to be absolutely horrible, but you want to try your best to keep that up. I say try to keep it up to over a minute for now, but when you start hitting the big leagues, you'll definitely go maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's hard to say. Watch time is the big thing going around on YouTube, of course, as I was saying before, and that is get as many minutes into the viewer's eyes that they can see and that they'll enjoy. And that's different for each person. Another thing for YouTube is the real time, and that says how many people have watched your video within the last 60 minutes, 48 hours. So someone was watching it like fairly recent. They're watching what, just my new intro and stuff like that. And this will probably be my first video of the day, so then I'll probably hit, you know, new spike or something. And I'm gonna say this is my first episode, or maybe first of the series of my Declassified guide to YouTube. If you guys want any more advice, comment down below. I'm probably gonna make a video on how to make an intro. How do you know if an intro is right for you? How to know if an outro is right for you? How to get into the whole YouTube banner game, because I know that's tricky for some people, and how to get into the whole thumbnail making process. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you thought this was a good video, a bad video, if it helped you in any way, and if it helped you, double thumbs up, because that means a lot to me, to at least help out someone, even if it's only one person. So with that, I say thank you for everyone. Have a safe and sound day, and we will see you all next time.